What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Philly2Detroit Boxing. We got a very special guest on today. Definitely really appreciate it. We got Delante Tiger Johnson. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. How you?
Good, good, man. Like I said, definitely appreciate you for being on. We done watched all your fights. We done watched your Olympic run, so we definitely big fans of you. So yeah, what I guess what we ask all of our guests, just to start off the interview, man, what got you into this crazy ass sport, man? This brutal sport of boxing.
Man, mainly, it's a family sport. On my father's side, so I got a lot of uncles and cousins that that was boxers, and some fought professionally. So, it was mainly just some the family did, and I started at age 7. So, my dad put me in. I was originally supposed to go in at 10, but my dad put me in early. 'Cause, I was always fighting in school and stuff like that. So that's mainly how I started early.
hmm And then I recently saw you down here getting some work in for your upcoming fight with Tony Harrison and Gordy. I'm from Detroit, so I know those guys. So how was that work?
That was real good work, man. I think we're supposed to go back. We might be coming back next week, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, working with Gordy and Tony, man, that was real good work. We did. I ended up doing 8 rounds straight.
Yeah, man, both them guys got really good work. Shout out to Gordy. He just got his win in his fight last night too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, and then going off that, who are some guys that you like to get work in with and spar with, man? Because I've seen you in a ring with, just from you posting on your Instagram like Virgil Ortiz and some really big names, man. So who are some guys that brought the best out of you in sparring?
That brought the best out of me.
Yeah.
Man, I sparred a lot of elite fighters, but Tony, he brought the best out of me. You know, Boots, Virgil, who else? Man, I don't sparred so many people, but those are the most recent ones. You know,
And kind of going off that, man, my partner here, man, he's from Philly, and we both are big Jerron Ennis fans. How does that work? Because we always like to ask people because we feel like he's possibly one of those generational guys. How was that work getting in with him?
man, it was real good work. I had sparred him right before my fight in New York, and we went out there, and I think we did what we do 6. I think it was like 6 to 8 rounds. But man, we got it in, man. It was real good work, and that definitely helped me get ready for my fight, sparring with him.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
And then I was gonna ask, man, being with Top Rank, man, obviously one of the biggest promotions out there. How has that experience been? And did you have some other offers from like Eddie Hearn and them, or Al, or PBC and whatnot? Did you have some other offers that were tempting a little bit?
Uh, I wouldn't say it was tempting because I already know where I wanted to go. I wanted to go with Top Rank,
Right.
so I don't think it was tempting. I just knew Top Rank was gonna be the one. You know what I mean? And Top Rank, man, they got the best. They the best at um making producing stars. You know what I mean? Like everybody, if you look at everybody, all the legends in boxing, they all started with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd, Andre Ward. Everybody started with Top Rank. You know what I mean? So they for sure the best in the business in my opinion.
Right.
Definitely. And and to touch on Top Rank, do you kind of feel pressure on the fact that they have such a stable of because they damn near signed every Olympian from the last Olympian class? Do you feel pressure just because every promoter has they 3 to 5 fighters that's the face of their company? So do you like feel pressure
Mhm.
going into the fights because you want to end up being one of those guys?
Nah, not really. I don't really like me. I don't really look in. I don't really give it much thought, because I feel like I feel like I'm gonna be a top fighter regardless, where I'm at. You know what I mean? I
hmm
know I'm gonna do my thing regardless. So I don't really look at it as pressure. Um, I don't. I mean, like I don't really. Like I don't really be caring what the next man doing for real. You know, I mean, I know a lot of fighters look at it as like, they want to try to outdo each other, but I don't really, I don't, as long as I'm doing what I got to do, I mean, I'm gonna be good regardless. That's how I always look at it.
No, definitely.
Definitely. And
And
how do you
no, no, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, how do you feel Tyreek been moving you so far? You feel like you want to move faster, slower, or you feel like they've been moving you just right?
I think they moving me, just right. I mean, if you look at all the fights, if you look at you know, from fight 1 to 8, you can see like I've been fighting guys like my last couple of fights. I've been fighting guys 15-1, 16-1. You know, 8-3. So and my next opponent what 15-1 with 10 knockouts. You know what I mean? So they for sure like they moving me good, and I'm gonna keep knocking them down.
I was gonna say you on my parlay too, man. So we're gonna definitely get
Oh
that
yeah,
done.
for sure.
You already know we throw you on there, but
Yeah.
that's
Oh
cool
yeah,
though.
for sure.
Yeah, that's good though, because now, like you said, we didn't watch all your fights, and we definitely, done seen the step up in competition. But you've been raising to the heights of your competition and just knocking them down, like you said. And then just kind of going back to like a little bit of your amateur experience, man. What was your experience like in the Olympics? Or do you have like, is there a moment that like sticks out to you?
Man, the Olympic experience, man, that was a hell of an experience, man. I'll never forget that. Especially like being there with my boys. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bob signed the whole Olympic team. So Duke, Troy, Key,
Yeah, we just had
Richie. You know what I mean? Like they signed the whole team. So man, it was a good a good experience for us, man, and we all got a chance to experience it together because that's we've been on the team since we was young, 19 years old. So and that's something that we always dreamt about, and we made it happen. You know what I mean? And then we ended up getting signed to the same promoter. So now we in the next chapter of our career together. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
and to touch back on the Olympics, I believe all of you guys y'all already went pro and then had to go back to the amateurs. Was that difficult having to switch styles? Because it's like once you turn pro, you're on the road to a world title and not a gold medal. So now you had to switch from the road to a world title to a road to a gold medal. Was that difficult?
real Troy, Duke, and Key, they was already pro. But me and Richie, we was the ones that had stayed during the pandemic. So Duke, Key, and Richie, they turned. I mean, not Richie. Duke, Troy, and Key, they was already like 2 fights in, I think, when they came back. But for them, I mean, from what I seen, I don't think it was hard for them to make that adjustment back to the amateur level. I mean, it's just experience, and you know they good fighters, so it wasn't hard for them to make that adjustment.
For sure. Yeah, I was about to say, we just had Troy on too, and he actually said the opposite. He said it was a little difficult making that adjustment or like
For
coming back.
real,
Yeah, he said it was a little
I ain't feel
difficult.
like it.
Yeah, he said it was, just because he like like he said he likes to pick his shots a little bit and kind of set things up, and he's not really able to do that. So going and being able to
Yeah,
do that and then come back to the amateurs was a little more difficult for him. But
yeah,
I mean, like you said, Troy a good fighter though. He got that experience, so you know what I mean. He
yeah.
gonna be good though. And then going back to the Olympics, just kind of staying on that subject. How you feel about the judging like overseas? Do you feel like that's kind of different, kind of going from the international judging versus like the U.S. national level judging?
It's all the way different, man. Like, and the refereeing overseas is different too, man. Like, you be in fights overseas and you will slip and roll some shots, and they'll be telling you to pick your head up. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll threaten you, taking points away because you get in the way of the shots and stuff. So you know what I'm saying. But and then the judging is real biased overseas. You know what I mean? A lot of times, man, they don't even just be they don't even just be. I don't know what they be looking for half the time, man. Like you might be fighting an aggressive fighter, and you clearly outboxing the dude, and yeah, give it to the other guy just because he was aggressive. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's a lot of unfair business, man, going overseas.
And to touch back on the amateurs, I was hearing the story that you did on Top Rank. Go back to that time when you got invited to, I believe it was like the on the USA team, because Ryan Garcia and somebody else turned pro. So you was
Oh,
the third seed.
oh yeah, that was 2016. We was at Youth Nationals, and I lost to Ryan in the the semis,
Mm-hmm.
and I took third place. So when Ryan and I think what's his name, Brian Lua, they fought in the finals, and Ryan ended up winning. So both of them was the number one and the two. I was the number three, but during that summer, um, USA Boxing had called me in because Ryan and Lua turned pro. So I was the third person for them to call. So once they called me, I went out there. We went to Youth Worlds, and I ended up getting a gold medal. And then 2 weeks later, I went from youth to elite, which is 19 and older, and that's when we made the elite team.
Okay.
no,
I also heard my fault, but I also heard about you growing up that you kind of almost stopped boxing because you was never able to go to tournaments. What what was inside of you that made you not quit?
Uh, Pretty much just I had my dad. My dad was around. That he pushed me and kept me going. He helped me. You know, keep. He helped me stay motivated. And then on top of that, it's like I didn't like the circumstances that we was in. So I'm like, man, some got to shake. You feel me? So I'm like, man, I can't. I got to do something. You know what I mean? And that was my biggest motivation, man. My biggest goal is to just help my family. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see my parents work again. So that was just my biggest motivation.
And at what age did it hit for you that boxing that you decided like I'm gonna feed my family with this sport? At what age did it really hit for you?
Man, I was young, man, when I had that feeling. I was probably like, man, I want to say probably like 12. Around that time, that's when I realized like, man, boxing is for sure gonna be the one. I never had dreams of going to college or anything like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
at a young age, it was just boxing. Like I just knew I was gonna be the one to do something in boxing.
and could you tell us a little bit about your team? Because we know you got a nice little stable, in your corner there, Pernice Brewer. We had a brief conversation with him. He spoke highly of you. Could you tell us a little bit more about your relationship and just your team in general?
Well, PJ, I grew up watching his generation. His generation was before me. Um, and when I was coming up, we had a 2008 Olympian named Raynell Williams. Me
Mm-hmm.
and him was from the same gym, and he's part of PJ's generation. So that's when watching Raynell go to the Olympics. That's when it became a dream of mine to go to the to the Olympics. So that was that was like a big influence on me watching him go, and then me and PJ we got a real good relationship. Yeah, like I said, I watched him growing up. I watched him fighting in Golden Gloves. He fought professionally. So and once he came back, it was just like a natural. It was like a natural connection. You know what I'm saying? But as a fighter and a coach.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, Pernice cool as hell too, man. Like I said, we had him on for a brief conversation. He definitely, obviously spoke highly of you and also his other fighters like Terrell and Dante. But yeah, like I said, Pernice is a cool ass dude, man. So yeah, I can definitely see that. It was probably just like a genuine relationship with y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so who are some of your favorite fighters to watch and get some game from, man? Is it anybody that you like or like give us like three fighters that you kind of study a little bit and kind of maybe pick things up from.
Like new fighters or just in general?
It could be anybody.
Uh, well, if we talking about today's fighters, I watch a lot of Crawford, um, Canelo, um, Tank, Shakur, uh, Boots, um, you know, even like fighters from before, Andre Ward,
Hmm.
Roy Jones, Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. I'm just what I'm saying, I just be doing my I just study a different I just study different fighters, man. Especially in today's generation, man. Like we got so many bangers now, man. Like I feel like boxing is on a huge comeback. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I think it's going to go back to the old ways. I think um everybody gonna be fighting each other like how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
think I think it's gonna be like the old days again. You're not gonna see fights. Fights not gonna be hard to make anymore.
That's what I was going. I was actually a question I was going to ask you. Like, how do you feel about the state of boxing right now? Obviously, with everybody beginning to fight again, like you said, we had the Tank and Ryan. That was a big fight for boxing. Obviously, we got Spence and Crawford coming up. That's crazy for boxing right now. Everybody just beginning to fight again. So definitely, like you said, though, like I feel like that's going to continue to come because now the big names are starting to do that. You know what I mean? So now, yeah, I feel like boxing definitely on the come up right now as far as that. And then like going off just being in the sport of boxing, man, like when do you see yourself fighting for a belt? Is there a particular time or do you have a timeline for yourself? Or even an age that you would like to see yourself fighting for a belt?
Man, I want to say these next 2 years, man. Like I want to be, world champion from between now and the next 2 years. I want to be world champion. And I know I'm gonna make it happen. So I ain't in no rush, to fight for no real title, but um, my main focus is just gain as much experience, keep getting these rounds in, and just getting my resume up. You know what I mean? And from now to the next 2 years, I'm gonna be world champion. Ain't no doubt about that.
And I was going to ask, you know how some guys that you grew up with that's in and around your weight class, do guys like you and Keyshawn and like other guys that y'all cool with that's in and around y'all weight class, do y'all not think about the future sometimes or think about y'all trajectory? Like one day the fans might want y'all to fight each other, or do that never cross your mind?
Uh, that's never been a conversation we had. But I mean, now that we in the pros, it's like it's bound to happen if we all around the same weight. You know what I mean? It's going to be situations like once we all at the top and become world champions in our weight divisions, then that's when the fans gonna start wanting to ask for certain fights. You know what I mean? So it's bound to happen. You know what I mean? We all around the same weight, so
Mm,
I could see it. I could see that becoming a thing.
sure.
Then how do you feel about like the fighters in your weight class right now? Do you have any particular fighters that you want to see yourself in a ring with?
Uh, I ain't gonna lie. It's a couple of fights that I would like to have. That'll be like that'll put me up in the rankings, like as like climbing the rankings. What's the dude name? The Elvis dude. Um,
Rodriguez, I think.
Rodriguez,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um, who else? I feel like a lot of the fighters is not in our stable. Like the ones the ones that I'm thinking of, like they all
Mhm.
what they not with top rank. So I don't even think that's even it ain't even possible. You know what I mean? Unless it's a title shot. You know what I mean? But I can't think of nobody that's from our stable.
I'm trying to think too from who in y'all
How
stable.
about that from top rank? Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
from
you
top
said,
rank
it'd
because
be
that's more realistic. I can't. I don't know.
They got 140 pounders, but everybody ranked like real high, so you're damn near be in title contention if you was like they got like
Yeah, by the time I'm like if I'm fighting them, then that's like contender status right there. So,
right.
but climbing the rankings, I can't really see. I don't really know.
do you look at your division sometimes and like and see some guys at the top and just be in your own head like I beat him right now because like
Yeah, I seen I, I
really
seen I seen I seen a couple of fights and I was like, I seen a couple of fights and I wasn't impressed. You know what I mean?
because
I'm
Rolly
like,
a
nah.
champion in your weight class right now. If y'all was scheduled to fight, I'll pick you to beat him and he'll whole world
Say
champion
who?
in your weight class. Rolly.
Rolly.
To beat Rolly,
Man,
but he a whole world champion in your weight class right now. So it's like
yeah.
you got
But the thing, he ain't gonna have that belt for long. Rolly, ain't he supposed to be fighting? Supposed to be fighting AB, ain't he? I
that's
heard he was supposed to be fighting AB.
that's a fight they trying to make. That's a fight they trying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just
I
know
ain't gonna
that's
lie,
gonna
man. If
sell,
him and
man.
Ryan fight, that's gonna be very interesting.
No, I think
I
I ain't.
like that too.
I think anybody that's like anybody that's any good will just blast him away. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I don't see him having that belt for long.
cause
Mm.
old head, the person he just was in the ring was just getting off on him. The old head, he was just getting off. Like
He was.
He was,
I ain't know. I didn't even know he was that old because people kept
man,
saying that he was like 40 something. Was like 40 something.
he was 40 on the dot.
yeah,
Yeah, like I thought people was playing. I
Hell
I seen it. It literally said he was 40. I'm like, what?
no. He was
That's
getting with
crazy.
Rolly though. He was
he,
getting with Rolly
uh,
is.
he had
Yeah,
Roy
dude. Hey, yeah, dude
Garcia.
wasn't playing. But I know Tio just vacated, so I think one of them bills probably gonna go to Regis probably. Or if not, they probably gonna make a fight. If Devin move up to 140, then it's probably gonna be he probably gonna get a title shot for that belt that Tio just vacated.
Mm-hmm.
Him and like a Ryan Garcia maybe or a fight like that.
No, that'd be shit. Big money fight.
And
Yeah.
would you mind running it back to Ryan Garcia to try to get that win back?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Whenever that time comes, you know what I'm saying? Like right now it's not realistic, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
he on a higher status, but man, first chance I get, man, if that's possible, I'm taking it. I'm like, what's up? You feel me? But hopefully that's a fight that I can make happen in the future.
Hell yeah, definitely. That'd be dope as hell too. And then
Hmm.
shit. First of all, you gonna put up a good ass fight against him. That's gonna be crazy. And you gonna get paid a check for fighting his
Hell yeah.
ass.
Know
No,
what
So
I'm
that
saying? That's what
140 got a lot of top guys. It's just y'all all with different promoters, so I don't know if y'all gonna
yeah.
ever fight each other.
yeah, man.
I like Richardson Hitchens, but he with the zone. Then y'all like you, but you with top rank. Then
Hmm.
Showtime got a lot of top 140 pounders. Then Regis with the zone.
Yeah. It's real and like when I first turned pro, I didn't realize how like I got a chance to see how strict the business is, man.
Hmm.
The fights really be hard to make when it's different stables. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah,
really it's crazy. And my debut was on Crawford and Sean Porter fight.
yeah, I
You
see.
know what I mean? But after that, I haven't seen no big fight like that when two staples get together. I haven't seen no fights like that since that fight.
So touching on that. So is it more so the business thing? Because you know how fans we not behind the scenes, so we don't know. We not in
Right.
top ranked buildings and stuff like. So is it? Do it be more so the business instead of people really not wanting to fight each other? Like, is you one of them people who believe no fighter really scared of no fighter is really just a business at the end of the day?
I feel like okay, like let's take Spence and Crawford situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think neither fighter was scared to fight each other. I think it was like business related. Like I think it was like money, you know, and the promoters. You know what I mean? I don't think because a lot of people were saying that Crawford was scared or Spence was scared, but in that situation, I don't believe so. I think it was just about the money. You know what I mean? They just both just wanted the money situation right, and and you know, of course, the promoters wanted, you know, everything to make sense. You feel me? But I think like a lot of the fighters it fights that don't that don't happen, it mainly be about business most of the time. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you would know if a fighter's scared. You know what I
Like they
mean? And,
start outpricing themselves and shit like that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like let's say like it's a fighter that he don't make like he's not a fighter that make 5 million up, but he asking for like 8 million. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like then you'll know he okay. Like he pricing himself out. He's scared. You feel me? But if it's a fighter that's used to making almost 10 million a fight, you know what I mean, and they not trying to offer him that, then you okay, you can see that he want to just be treated fairly. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's when I feel like the problems come in when people don't get what they supposed to get.
Yeah, I was gonna say, stay right there, champ. Your shit was skipping for a little minute, and your shit just got clear as hell. I was gonna say, stay right in that angle. But I was gonna ask you, man, kind of going off that, man. We were just talking about a lot of great fighters, man. Who would you consider the face of boxing right now?
Right now, I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, it's hard to say. I got three fighters. I got three fighters that it's like a that they the face of boxing. I don't know who is over who,
Right.
but I'm gonna say Tank, Tyson Fury, and Canelo maybe. Probably
Yeah.
Canelo, you know what I mean? But after this Bud and Crawford fight, I got Bud winning. I mean, not Bud and Crawford, Bud and Spence fight. I mean, but I got Bud winning. So after Bud win, I think he gonna be the face.
Now, is it a little bit of bias in that pick right there? Because you know you is with top rank. I ain't gonna lie. Anybody that's around that top rank stable is like everybody got Bud. I ain't seen nobody sign with top rank pick Spencer yet. Not
For
once.
real?
Yeah.
Um,
And who Detroit pick? Detroit pick Bud too.
I'm not who. Yeah. No. Yeah. Troy pick Bud. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I would probably say a little biased because I'm cool with Bud, but like outside of that, I really do believe that he got the skills to beat Spence because he more versatile. You know what I mean? He more. I feel like he more athletic. I feel like he's smart and man, he just do good, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like he got more tools to beat Spence. You know, Spence is a hell of a fighter too, but he more of a one way style than Bud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Spence, like Spence style, he break you down. You know, he got a real good jab. He throw good body shots. He break you down. You know what I mean? And he just apply that pressure on you. But like he could fight, box you. You know what I'm saying? He's switching from right hand to left hand. You know what I mean? He's smart. He athletic. So I feel like he just got more tools to to get Spence.
No, I feel you. That's usually like the main thing too, like that people kind of argue about because he, like you said, man, his toolkit, man, is crazy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He can fucking like you said, switch stances and effective with both, and like he moving around the ring, and like you said, kind of got off with Arrow kind of got the one way style. He kind of just moving forward, kind of really fundamental, but he kind of just applying pressure, throwing to the body. For me, it's 50-50. I can't pick, man. I change up my answer every day. I can't
yeah.
pick,
Yeah. I don't know.
but
Man, I don't know. So that's
That
what.
is I that is that's one of them fights where it's like It's for sure one of them ones, man. Like I don't see nobody getting stopped. I think it's gonna go distance. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I think it's gonna be one of them fights where it's gonna be a rematch. It might be a trilogy, who knows? But I think it's gonna be a rematch. I think they're gonna at least fight twice.
yeah. I think they should. I think they should at least, especially if they, if it was the money that was stopping them all these years, they really gonna make some money in this one and a rematch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they both
What
got
did a rematch clause in their contract?
they both got
I
one.
don't know. Oh,
No,
y'all about to say yeah.
yeah. So the only way we won't get a rematch is if somebody go out there and get blown away and just don't want to fight
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I don't know if that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen
But
either.
man, a lot of people, man, like man, people underestimate Bud's power, man. Dude, strong for real, man. That's a strong dude, man. And he could punch. Like he's physically strong and he
No,
punching. And I feel like a
No,
lot of
fact.
people underestimate that, man.
no, I heard a lot of people did say that
A
they
lot of people say that.
felt like Arrow kind of gave Bud time to fill in. And he kind of should have fought him when he first got up there, because now he filled into the name like a real welterweight, punching like a real welterweight. Well, he always been punching like a real welterweight. He got
Right,
100% knockout ratio at welterweight, so he always
right.
like that.
Yeah, dude, strong, man. I know Earl's strong and he punching, you know what I mean? So that's gonna be a hell of a fight. I'm trying to go.
We trying to go. Oh shit.
I don't
No,
know.
for real. We going out. Our plans to go
I
down
would
to Vegas,
definitely,
man. We trying to link, man.
be in Vegas. I don't know if I'm gonna get a ticket. How them things pricing out, but
No, yeah, not the fight, not the fight. We just going down there for the
in
atmosphere.
Vegas though for the
We know
atmosphere.
you probably can get in that bitch free ball or something, but we got it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's a fight, man. Like, cause I never got a chance to go to no big fights. Like, I never got a chance to go to a Floyd fight. You know,
Something like that.
you know what I mean. But I feel like this is a fight that's like I gotta be there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I finally got it's a I can have a chance to go there, man. But man, I know them tickets, man. They taxing.
Taxing, dog.
Cause I don't want no nosebleeds, man. I'm trying to.
That's
I'm
what
trying
I'm
to.
saying. See what I'm saying?
Cheapest
I'm
ticket
trying
I
to be right
seen was
there,
like
front center.
1,500. That was like
You said what happened?
I said the cheapest ticket I seen was like 1,500.
And that's nosebleeds.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna spend that, if I'm gonna spend the bag on the ticket, I'm sitting in the front.
Yeah, that's that top rank money. We ain't got that.
That
Man,
Bob
I
Arrow,
did.
man.
Yeah, we
That's
ain't
gonna
got
that's gonna be a banger, man.
No,
But
yeah.
boxing on the rise though, man. Like I think these next couple years, and then one like man, 135, 140. Man, I think them two weight classes is gonna be hot for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
and I was
They
gonna
will
ask,
be the hottest weights. I feel like.
yeah, no, definitely 140. I'm gonna be honest, 140, your weight class is about to be like in 12 months, your weight class
Older,
is gonna be the
man.
hottest weight class in the sport just because everybody at 35 going up to your weight class.
Yeah, man, 140 jumping, man.
So I was gonna ask you, do you see anybody right now as your big fight? It's interviews of Shakur 4 years ago that he told you, like, I think me and Tank, we're gonna be the last man standing and we're gonna be the big fight. And same with Bud and Spence. Do you have anybody that you like? I feel like me and him, we gonna be the last man standing in the next couple of years, or you ain't find nobody yet that you feel that way about?
Man. Man, that's a good one. Cause it's some good fighters. It's some top fighters at 40
Mm.
that's still hot and undefeated. You know what I mean? But I feel like
I feel like your big fight gonna be at welterweight though. I ain't gonna cap.
at 47.
Yeah, like I feel like all the good fighters at 40, I feel like one of them who end up being the best, and then you got going to fight as welterweights.
Yeah, yeah. I can't say at 140 right now. I ain't gonna lie. If like let's say Gary Russell, keep doing what he doing and he become real champion, that's
Mm-hmm.
a potential big fight. Um, I don't know if Regis gonna move up to 47, but if he don't, that's a potential big fight. Shit, Devin. If Devin, I mean, if Devin, do what he do, that's a potential big fight. But yeah, Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that one though. I'd probably say like 47. It'd be like them, like a Bud and Spence kind
Yeah,
of
because the
type.
big fight got to marinate. So
Yeah,
they going you probably gonna hear the names in about the next year or two
yeah,
who the fight is, and then it won't happen for the next 3 or 4 years.
yeah. So I'm probably gonna be at 47 by the time that happens.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I was gonna ask you, how high do you think you can get? Do you feel like 40 and 47 is the max, can you see yourself going to 54 one day, or you feel like that's too heavy?
I mean, I fought 52 as an amateur, but man, I probably could see myself ending at 60.
Mhm.
All right.
at, at the end of my career, I could see myself being at 60 at the end of my career.
All right. So the goal is for the division champion then.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to. I mean, the goal is to make it. You know what I'm saying? Um, make history, man, and be somebody that did something great for Cleveland. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Then I was gonna ask you, man, before we get to these predictions, man. I did want to ask you, like, so being a top ranked fighter, and for somebody who never had like a professional ring walk, man, what is that feeling like? Do you get nervous, or is it like a routine you go through? Like, what is that feeling like walking to the ring, getting preparing for war, basically?
You said, "Oh, say it again."
Yeah, for somebody like we never had a professional ring walk before, especially like being like a top ranked fighter on this big promotion. What is that feeling like? Of do you get nervous? Do you got like a routine you go through?
Before my fight,
Yeah,
um, uh, it's crazy. By me being on the Olympic team for all these years, like
yeah,
all the international fights that all the experience that we done got, man. We done fought, man, on some big stages. Like we
hmm
done fought at Pan American Games, World Championships. So it don't. I feel like it's kind of like it's like the only difference is that we pro now. It's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? But as far as like the environment and like the crowd and stuff like that, I don't really. I get excited when the crowd is when the crowd cheering and they happy to see me fight and stuff like that. I get excited. You know what I mean? But like I mean, I feel like it's always little jitters. When you in the locker room warming up, it's little jitters, man. But soon as dude come in and like you up next, all that go out the window. You
yeah.
know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Once
Got
once once
to. I
that
mean,
time come, it go out the window. I'm ready.
Am I saying? Could you feel the difference in the amateur gloves and the pro gloves? Like, what was Did you have a moment yet where you was like these Jones is little? Like
Yeah, cause I fought in 12s. I fought in 12s when I was at the Olympics, and I fight in eights now, man. And then
12's kind of little though on the Olympic side though.
no, not compared, not compared to not compared to the pro gloves. I ain't gonna lie, man. Them pro gloves is little. They little, man. Like you literally, like even when you blocking, you man, like you could just feel the impact. Even when you just blocking, like you feel everything with them little gloves. Them gloves little, and then like um, so like I'm like damn near every fighter does this. Like when you first put your hand in the glove, it's
Mm-hmm.
like you get a feeling. Like it's like a feeling you get where it's like, man, like you about to clip something. You feel me? And when I
Stephen
put
Nelson said that same shit.
yeah, like when I put them ace on, it's like I get like kind of like a adrenaline rush. Like man, I'm about to hurt something. You feel me? Like because they so small. They be so small and comfortable. Man, I just be like, man, somebody going to bed. You feel me? But
Man,
that's
no,
the
we
feeling.
had
That's how,
another
that's how
guest.
small them gloves is.
No, we had another guest on, Stephen Nelson. You probably been around him a couple of times. He be with Bud Crawford. He had a Crawford
Yeah,
camp. He said that same exact thing. Like when you put on them eights, it'd be like you about to crack some shit. It's like a
yeah.
different thing.
You get that feeling, yeah. Cause they so small. It's like you could just feel your hand in there. Like the knuckles is right there. So you just be like, man, I'm knocking dude out.
And I was
We
going to
be
ask
hearing that.
Now I was gonna ask you, when you first signed with Top Rank, what was one of the first things you bought when you got that signing bonus? What
What
was
I
one of
bought?
the first places you went to go shop at or anything like that?
What I do? The first thing I did was help my dad try to get his food business going, and
Mm.
then
Hard.
after that what I do? What did I do? I
You
traded my car
got
in.
jewelry.
I traded my car in, got me a Benz.
Oh, I got the bed to go.
Ooh, the
Yeah, I traded my
Benzo.
car in, got me
Nice,
a
Yeah.
Benz. Man.
nice.
Yeah, that was the first thing I did.
Damn, man. Oh, you got something, bro? We about to go to predictions.
Yeah, you can get to the fight predictions.
Well, we already know who you picking, Bud Spence. So we kind of already went through that day, of course. So you already know you got Bud. How you feeling that NOA Stephen Fulton Jr. coming up?
Oh yeah, I got my boy, Cool Boy, man. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know
So
what I'm saying? I'm rocking with Cool Boy. I think he gonna do his thing.
yeah, I'm from Philly, so I might be a little biased, but I got my man Cool Boy doing this thing.
Yeah, I think he gonna. Dude, slick, man. He's slick. I think he gonna do it. That's a hell of a fight too.
No.
Yeah.
He about to
How you
make
feel
it.
about NOA?
How I feel about anyway.
Yeah. You
He
think the
good.
jump in weight gonna be like crucial to him?
Uh, Possibly. It could play a part. But dude, tough. You know what I mean? But I think Cool Boy gon' dude can fight and he's smart. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. Man, it might be like a fight of the year candidate. For real, for real. It might be one of the ones where it's like it could be fight of the year candidate.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I was
Then
gonna end up at
oh yeah, go ahead.
5 a.m. to go catch that. That's Japan time. We gotta get up at 5 a.m. USA time to watch that.
They fight in Tokyo, right?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
And when is that fight again?
The 25th of July.
yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
gonna be fire.
You'll be up though. I ain't gonna lie. I can't miss that, John. I set an alarm and everything if I got to. Can't
Man, he
miss.
probably he probably he gonna
Over
have to
there
go
at
to
the
he gonna
home.
have to go to Tokyo like 2-3 weeks early just to acclimate.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Get
definitely.
used
Yeah,
to that time
I know that's
difference.
gonna be tough.
How was that for you when y'all went over there in the Olympics? Did y'all have to like kind of get used to it over there?
Man, we was in Japan for like 2 months because we went to Miyazaki for it was like a 2.5 week training camp. We was in Japan for like a month and a half. Um, the first stop we had was Miyazaki. It was on like a little island. It was a training camp, and we was there for like 2.5 weeks, and then from there we went straight to the village in Tokyo, and we was there damn near the whole month.
It's dope over there, ain't it? It's dope over there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Uh, Tokyo, man, Tokyo might. I think they got the highest population too. Tokyo might be the
Yeah.
biggest city. Like, man, the way Tokyo look, you won't even know where downtown is at.
You was
That's
just so damn
that's how
big.
many. That's how many
Every-
skyscrapers and buildings they got. It's like literally a giant city with just buildings everywhere. Like you would never know if you downtown.
That shit. That's one of my bucket list places though. I want to go over there. So
Yeah,
I was
it's like
gonna say,
yeah, it's
any
nice. I ain't gonna lie.
homesickness kick in? Then
Say it
you
again.
said, did you get homesick at any point while you was out there? Like you was out there enough after like 2, 3 weeks. She was like, all right, like I've been out here enough. I'm ready to go back home. Or did that not? Or you was having too much fun for that?
Uh, Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. The Olympic experience, man, was just so. It was just such an amazing time, man. Like we ain't even get homesick. Like we was just so happy to be there. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we were like, as soon as we got there, it's like man, we officially Olympians. You know what I mean? Like we here. You feel me? And it was like more like a dream. I ain't
Man.
gonna lie, man. Like it took me a minute. Like even when I came home, it still took me a minute. It still took me a minute to like for everything to soak in. I'm like, I'm really an Olympian. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
because once I turned pro, when I came home, and Top Rank, announced me and everything, and I was showing up to like the pro fights and stuff.
Mhm.
People was like announcing me as an Olympian that signed with Top Rank and stuff, but like a lot of times, man, like it was like crazy. Like I'm like, dang, like they, you know what I mean? Like being
Yeah.
an Olympian, man, that's it's by it being so hard to go to the Olympics. You know what I mean? Like it's just like it feels like almost a dream. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They say 0.0001%, or no, 0.6 was like a real small number. You know what I'm saying? Only 10,000 athletes go to the Olympics.
right.
I don't
You know what
know.
I mean? Out of the whole world, only 10,000 athletes qualify to go to the Olympics. So
But to say,
And you got to think that's 100 different sports too. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
like,
I was going
so
to ask you, how was it around being seeing other USA athletes, like NBA players?
um man, it was crazy, man, cause like even like players like KD, Damian Lillard, like you would think like they would be kind of um not not bougie, but like you would think they wouldn't want to interact with us. You know what I mean? And everybody there was like there as Olympians. That's one thing I did respect about like the celebrities that was there. Like we was all there for the same job. Like we was all there together as Olympians. So like um we in the cafeteria and I'm walking past Luka Doncic, Rudy Gobert,
that's dope.
uh
Yeah.
what's the name? I done walked past Simone Biles. You know what I mean? Like everybody was just like we was just all chilling. Like we like KD, Damian Lillard, and them. They like we was all chopping it up. You know what I mean?
That's dope as
Dame
hell.
a big fan of boxing for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dame
like
big on
it
boxing
cool. It was
too.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. How you feel about the Tank Shakur fight, man?
Oh, I got Shakur.
We already
I,
knew that. I told look,
We already knew that, so yeah, I knew that. Dude.
Stable is going to go Bud and Shakur. They not picking against them two. I'm trying to tell you.
man, but no, though. But it's the thing. This the thing though. Like, and it's not even like. I know Shakur personally too, but it's not even me just being biased. Dude is just good, man. Like he just smart. He's smart in that ring, man. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And he know what he doing. Like first off, Shakur don't get hit. You know he damn near mastered um his range. You know what I'm saying? Like just knowing his range. You know what I mean? And he real good at his punch selection. You know what I'm saying? He pick his shots real good and he's smart. He know what he doing in there. But Tank, he real smart and he also knows what he doing. And I feel like the advantage that Tank can have on a fight like that is his power. You know what I mean? The only way he gonna stop Shakur, man, is he gotta catch him. And we don't know if he can catch Shakur. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, I got Shakur just boxing him for 12 rounds. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I said too.
I just got Shakur boxing him for 12 rounds. I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got Shakur just outpointing.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Boxing definitely in a good state. A lot of young fighters. All y'all gonna have to fight each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause
But
the next weight class champ at the 35, they come to you.
oh yeah, for sure.
You.
I ain't tripping.
we already here. One
But
more I wanted to ask you about. Oh, go ahead.
now I was gonna say like, what's a fight for y'all that y'all would like to see me fight?
Uh,
Ooh, that's a good one. At
I got
40.
10 people. I ain't even gonna lie.
You
I
said
like,
10 people. Damn.
like, cause it's like I don't, cause these the people who I think gonna be the best. So it's like I was like I don't want to see y'all fight nobody else because I think y'all it. So whoever gonna be the
Yeah.
best be out of y'all. Like Shakur, Haney, and Ting is like we don't want to see them fight nobody else because we think y'all the best. So we trying
Yeah.
to figure out who the very best is.
Right.
hmm
So it's like you got people like Richardson, Hitchens. I like
That'd
to
be
see that.
dope.
I like Kenneth Sims Jr.
Kenny Sanders a dog. I like you said earlier, the Ryan fight. I like that.
Yeah, the Ryan.
Regis.
I ain't gonna lie. The two people I'm high on though at 140 is you and Richardson Hitchens. Out
You
of
know what's crazy?
at 40, I feel like
I
y'all.
heard that. I heard that a couple times. From people.
No, Richardson, yeah, he definitely a dog. Shout out to Richardson. Y'all will be a dope ass fight
It's a
too.
bad. That's just a bad style matchup. Like for people.
Yeah,
I even
I can
shit,
see that. I
even
can see that happening.
yeah, even he about to fight Montana Love. Even if Montana
Yeah,
Love opportunity came up, I like to see that one.
yeah. Who y'all got on
That'd
that?
be dope.
I got Africa cooking in.
I'm going Richardson too, man. I think his skill level is just a little bit higher than Montana, but I do like Montana though. I do think Montana
Right.
No,
it's not gonna be easy.
No, I ain't gonna lie, man. Montana got some real life skills. He only got his only problem is it's gonna be an interesting fight because he only had problems with the pressure. Like when it's a slow paced boxing match, he don't really have trouble. So this is gonna be an interesting fight, seeing how it play off because that's
Yeah.
kind of how Richardson Hitchens fight. He kind of a slow paced boxing match type of fighter as well.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This for sure a fight that I ain't missing because I think this gonna be a banger, and they don't like each other on top of that, so it's gonna be a
Yeah,
banger.
that's gonna be crazy.
Love
I'm putting
almost
up for that.
priced himself out. He almost ducked it.
What happened?
I said Love almost ducked him. He almost priced himself out.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. I knew that was a fight. Once when Eddie signed Africa, I knew what the plan was. Soon as I seen that
Yeah.
he signed Africa, I'm like, yeah, they gonna him and Tanner got to fight each other. It won't no way out of that.
To
You
be
know what I
honest,
mean?
I thought he would be. I thought Richardson Hitchens would kind of be in that Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson level in terms of status by now. Like he kind of Mayweather Promotions ain't moving right.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Like you and Richardson Hitchens kind of like at the same status level, but you part of the 2020 class. He was part of the 2016 class, so
Yeah,
he's almost a decade in. So I thought he'll be a little bit bigger, but now he getting his time though. So now everything coming together for him.
yeah. That's one thing about boxing, man. It's like,
Dirty game.
yeah, man. It's like one of them. Like it's really like even like before I turned pro, I knew it was a dirty game, man. But like me being pro now and being in the mix, it's like, man, it's it's like you be feeling bad for some people, man. You know what I mean? You just be like, man, it's messed up, man. Then you just gotta be careful, man. And, have a good corner, or have a good circle around you, man. That's guiding you. You know what I mean? Point you in the right direction, man. Because if you don't know what you're doing, man, it's like you gonna crash every time.
Yeah, especially if you're not no Olympian or something like. If
Yeah,
you ain't
facts.
turning pro with you're not no 18-time national champion or something like that,
Hmm.
you gotta have a solid team, or you gonna get done
Man.
bad.
Yeah, every time it never fails.
No,
These promoters and marketing got managers and shit, they do not give a fuck, bro. These boys will try to, bro, for real, they will try to eat these dudes alive, and they be bold, man.
facts. I was going to speak on the air. You seen the when Aerospace Jr. spoke on the 3% of the belts where the money going to?
Man, that's crazy, man. I was just talking to PJ about that. Uh, that's unfair, man.
Yeah,
That
You know
shit
what I
is
mean? I mean,
crazy.
well, like my opinion on it. I never had a belt before, so I don't really know the
yeah,
whole details on it. But from what it looked like, man, it looked like they're just taking free money.
Yeah,
yeah. Money
just to having it.
the world. Like I didn't even know. Like once you get to a certain status, you could pay for your rankings. You could pay to get ranked to win these
Yeah.
positions.
Yeah. That's I'm like, dang. So like, imagine you got all the belts and you got to pay 3% to
To
all
the sanctioning
to
body,
all
all the
four of them
sanctioning bodies.
belts. Man,
Man,
that's crazy.
I did the math on it when he said you got guys like Canelo making 50 million a fight, and you got to give 3% off one belt. That's 1.5 million for each belt Canelo got to give up if he make 50 million in one fight. He got to get 1.5 M's for each belt, so that's like whatever 1.5 is times 4. And then I
dog,
seen an
big
interview.
for them
Shakur
things.
said Shakur said I'm gonna win the belts and I'm gonna vacate all them Jones because you're not about to get 3% from every John. He said I'm gonna win them and I'm gonna vacate all them Jones.
Man, that's wild, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie though. I knew before that you had to pay a percentage to the sanctions, but I thought it was like something deeper than what it was. You know what I mean? I thought it was like, I don't know, man. I just assumed that it was just something deeper. But the whole time, like, what is they doing with the money?
Yeah, we don't even know.
Like, what is
That's
it? Like, what is it for? I
That would
don't
make
get.
sense why they come out with more belts because it's all more money. It's all more.
yeah. All the interim belts and all that. They
I heard
probably
you
got
ain't
to
got
pay
to. I
for them
heard
too.
the Ring magazine don't charge you.
Don't. Oh, okay.
That's what I heard.
I heard that too. I heard that too.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
sure,
the,
but
yeah,
I
that's
heard
the,
that.
I heard that's the only belt that you don't get charged from. But it's probably because they charge you on the other four, so they probably like we getting it on the back end.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy, man. I wonder if it's like that in UFC.
Right. Dana White probably is taxing their ass.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I
I'm
heard
gonna
Dana
lie,
man been attacking them.
they had a whole heavyweight champion just left the whole organization because the money wasn't right.
Who, John John?
No,
Francis.
Francis
Oh,
Ngannou.
Francis.
That's why he ain't fight John because he said he wasn't paid. He said y'all wasn't what's the name? He had put a statement out one time that said that he had to ask. He was like, I'm the heavyweight champion and I got X people for money for training camp and like situations like that.
Mm,
So it was like,
I
damn.
heard them PFL boys paying them good though.
oh
So
yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I only know that because I was watching Gillian Wallow Adventures John. You know, they sponsored by that. So they was
Mm.
interviewing all the people, and that's what everybody kept saying. They said I came over here, told them what I wanted, and that's what they offered me. So the money, they said they just giving the paper over there.
Oh yeah,
What am I
yeah.
saying? You got Canelo and do you yeah, you feel like Canelo ducking? Because he just got
Ducking who?
he
Ducking
made
who? Charlo?
no
David Benavidez.
Benavidez.
he got sent a $50 million offer though, champ. That's
He
a lot.
did.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
That was
man.
that, that was that was a real thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his pops them posted it. David pops them.
that's a lot of money.
Man, that's a bag. That's a bag, man.
Now
I'm
maybe
like, I don't know now, Canelo, man.
Now
Yeah,
maybe
I don't know.
time like I make around 40, 45, so you're not just gonna pay me an extra 5 to get in the ring with that monster. He probably want like 65. But that's the only reason I can say that you don't fight him. Is
But
if you
that's weird though, man. Cause like, you don't look who he been in the ring with. Why would he be ducking him? I mean, not saying that Benavidez ain't good or you know what I mean, but it's like you done been in the ring with all these other monsters. Like,
no
dude,
the
you just fought whatchamacallit, the big dude
Bivol.
B-Boy.
Yeah.
That's more of a risk. Like let's say if he is scared to fight Benavidez, that fighting B-Boy is more of a risk than that.
no
He
right.
don't want to lose them belts.
Yeah, that's what I really think it is. That's why the Bivol fight not happening because he's not willing to put the belts on the line.
Yeah.
I say, is there any more? Oh yeah, I got like 3 fantasy fights that nobody never answered because they got personal relationships with everybody. I always say, but I be asking this on purpose, trying to see who is going to answer.
Okay.
Duke Reagan and Bruce Carrington. We got him, y'all.
Dang, man.
I ain't get one answer on that one. I got one answer on one.
Troy did. Man, Troy turned out all of them,
I got
dog.
one, like,
Troy
two.
turned out everything.
Man. That's crazy. Wow.
Plead the fifth, man. You go.
Man.
Plead the fifth on it. We can wilding out. Plead the fifth on it.
Man. That's a banger too, man.
Man, cold. That's crazy.
That's a banger.
I ain't gonna lie though. I feel like they both talented, but I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it should be. I ain't gonna say who it should be, no question to, but I feel like somebody is no question. He the better fighter. If you ask 100 boxing fans, 80 of them gonna pick him.
You said you're not gonna say who?
I'm gonna just say I think 80 people are gonna say Bruce Carrington is better than Duke Reagan. If you ask 100 random people, they gonna 80 of them about gonna say Bruce.
Man, that's a banger, man. That's a crazy fight. I mean, like let's say they both stay at featherweight. that's a future fight right there. Like a
Yeah,
like a
hell
like a
yeah.
like a like a build up. A fight that they would
Yeah.
build up. That'd be one of them ones.
And then you got Richardson Hitchens versus Kenneth Sims.
Man, that's a banger.
That is just
Hard
That's
drawn.
tough,
Now that's
man.
a hard drawn because I like both guys equally, so I ain't I that's a hard drawn for me too.
Damn, that's tough,
that's just
man.
Kenny underrated, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like both of them. I feel like both of them guys
Both
is
of them underrated.
rated. Like I feel like no guy with a big status at 40 ain't gonna rush to fight no Kenneth or no Richardson Hitchens.
Yeah, for sure. I always thought Kenny was underrated. Yeah, I always thought he was underrated. You know what I'm saying? Him and Africa, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Two hell of a fighters. You feel me? And if they was to fight each other, man, that's a that's going down in the books. I
Yeah.
feel like if they was to fight.
I'm saying I got one more. Mind you, one of them is a little younger, so try to imagine him like at 22 or something. But Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis, they gonna
Oh,
they gonna be in the same weight classes for the next 3 to 5 years. Mason gonna be ready eventually. He ain't gonna always not be ready. So
That's
damn,
crazy. If he was too done.
man.
the
Y'all
only
thought,
thing I don't like
hey,
answering,
y'all put this together, man. Y'all thought about, y'all took some time on this one,
Yo.
man.
I don't like answering that is because people always go Keyshawn just because they look at Mason age. So I always like yo just pretend he 20 what he gonna be in the next 2 years and then try vision it. Because it's easy to say Keyshawn now. Mason 18, so like the safe
Yeah,
pick is going to be Keyshawn. But in 3 years, that'd be a fight. Mason at 21,
yeah.
22, that'd be.
That's a banger, man. That's tough.
That shit cradzy.
And I heard all
Medulla, one of my favorite guys right now, man. That's crazy. That's a crazy
he
fight.
said Mason got it next. He
Yeah,
said,
me and Dula on the same card. On the first.
"Yeah, I know. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
on my parlay, man. Everybody on my
Yeah,
parlay. I need
we about
everybody.
to we about we about to shut Toledo down, man. I can't wait.
So I'm trying. I'm not trying. You mean I ain't trying to be stingy, but I'm trying to get paid with y'all that day. I ain't trying
For sure. We all gonna eat, man.
to get paid with y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
we all about to eat, man. You feel me? Um, damn. You know what's crazy? I can't like for me. I can't even think of no fantasy fight for me, man. I won't even. Like realistically, like who would y'all
I
say?
ain't gonna lie. Realistically,
Fantasy fight.
Like realistically though, like as you know what I'm saying, like where I'm headed type.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like you and Keyshawn Davis trajectory on the path to meet. Cause
Hmm.
you gotta think about it. He at 35, you at 40. He a little bit more higher ranked at 35 than you was at 40. So
Mhm.
by the time you get to that contender status, he probably gonna be champ at that time. Then by the time you become champion, he probably gonna be done with 35. He probably gonna be like, it's gonna be about 2 years now.
Mhm.
He's showing like 24. He not gonna be there at 28. Not you feel me? So he'll be 26, 27. He gonna,
That's
he
that's
gonna
that's
want to go
crazy.
to 40. And by the time he's 26, 27, you should be the man at 40. And when he go up, he gonna want to fight the man. So
Yeah,
realistically,
that's a.
that,
I could see that being a like a Earl Spencer
that,
Crawford.
that trajectory, that's what it's
Or hell yeah.
like. Literally, like Mason, he really might not ever catch none of y'all because he really is 18. So you can move him as slow as you want because he 18. Like you don't have to move
Yeah,
fast at all,
right.
like at all. So
I could see
everybody,
it being. I could see that being like a Earl Spencer Crawford fight.
You
Or like
get in there with my
or like
dog
a Tank and
Broner.
Secor.
you get in there with AB. He said,
You get in there with my dog AB, man.
Man. If, I mean, if that time came, hell yeah.
You got to get it.
"Be
Like if
my
I
guy."
was like let's say if I was a contender or like
Yeah.
at that level and they said AB, hell yeah. But shit, I don't see like me, I don't see AB getting to no 140 comfortably. I don't see him doing that.
I
Cause
mean,
his last fight was at what? It was a catchweight, wasn't it?
I think it was like
It was
44 or something like that.
You
yeah,
said
something
44.
crazy.
I think it was like something like 44. It was supposed to be at 40, but that joint got rescheduled so like 6 times.
Man, I think he fought at 45. If I'm not mistaken,
I'm
but
about to tell you right now.
44 was in my head, so it was one of those.
yeah, man, like,
I'm about to tell
and
you.
like growing up, man, like AB, man, like, man, that was my nigga. Like watching him fight and shit, man. But
Yeah, he definitely is from Ohio.
yeah,
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying, like
he fought at 47 his last fight. He came in.
Uh,
yeah,
I ain't
I
gonna lie.
don't,
I don't want. I'm such an AB fan. I don't want nobody good to fight my guy because I don't want to see nobody put my man down.
yeah, man. It's
I don't think he. I don't think he like. I'm gonna be honest. The most people like. I don't want no Regis fight because we gonna see our man go to sleep. He fight Regis. I'm just keeping it being with y'all.
dang, sleep. You think so?
I'm just gonna be
Sleep?
honest with y'all. Like I literally watched fights with AB and they showed
You
a punch
saying
count.
sleep
That
though?
don't be
That's
like seven.
crazy.
11. You don't never see the punch count, yo. That don't be like I never seen a punch count so low. Everybody be talking about Tank and his 34 punches around. When AB fight, that don't be like 7, 11, 12, 14. Like you not
Yeah,
what
I
you
ain't gonna lie. When he fought Pacquiao, man, that was the lowest punch count I ever seen.
throw 10 punches around against Regis, see how many rounds you finna last. Against any fighter that's a B plus and up. Like anybody who not I ain't even anybody who like I'm a wanting to beat whoever he fight. That's who I'm a root for.
Yeah.
But it's just like if you're gonna throw 15 punches
He-
around, anybody who any good is probably gonna end bad. Like even
Damn, man. I heard he trying to get that AB and Ryan fight. He trying to get that going.
no, I don't want that either. I mean, I want that for the check, but I hope he throw punches because Ryan hit hard too.
Yeah, man. Y'all, man. AB's last fight, man. Like that was AB was supposed to stop him, man.
No, definitely.
No, for sure. He wasn't supposed to let him get up out of there. With
Yeah,
it.
like it was so many moments where I thought he was gonna stop him, and dude survived the round.
And
Mm-hmm.
he looked big as hell. Like he rehydrated to like 160.
He
Like
did look big, man. That's why I was like, man. That's why I was curious on what weight they was fighting at, because he looked so big, man. I was like, man, that couldn't have been 40.
He couldn't. No, like I said, he weighed in at 47, so he probably came back in, like you said, about 60.
I was gonna say, you got any fighters out there that you will never fight off of the relationship y'all have? Like you know how Keyshawn Davis and Shakur be like it's never gonna happen. Is there anybody you feel that way about?
Um, I feel like me and Abdullah. Um, that I mean, like that would like I can't see you know what I mean, like just that. You know what I'm saying? We from the same city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all real tight. So I can't really see nothing like that. But I ain't gonna lie, like it'll feel weird. Like it'll feel weird. If me and Keith fought, you know what I'm saying? It'll feel weird. You know what I mean? Because we've been tight since we was young. But um, at the end of the day, man, boxing is a business, man. Everybody trying to eat. You feel
I,
me?
Yeah.
I don't think it ain't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody try to make it personal. But um, like Bud and Spence. Them dudes was laughing and smiling, you know what I'm saying, at the press conference. You know what I'm saying? They about to get a bag, and they not taking nothing personal. They about to make history, get a bag, and go home. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people just try to make it personal, but at the end of the day, it's a business, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? If the you know what I'm saying, if the money right, and you know what I'm saying, everything good, you know what I'm saying? Shit, let's get a bag together. You feel me?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was about to be my next question. Like, do you view fighting like that? Because I remember Mike Tyson said that. Like, if you my friend, you mean if we each other biggest bag, then you feel me? Let's make some money. Do you kind of feel that same? You got that same mind, that same thinking, basically.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, why not? Like, okay, let's say I'm a fighter and I'm making, let's say my my fights be around 10 mil, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it would be one of my homeboys, and they'd be like, "Man, we offering 25." And
Shit,
we gonna be like,
we got to
you know what
get
I
it
mean?
in.
We gonna be like, hell yeah, you feel me? Like shit, let's get this.
Right.
You
It's
know what
like
I'm saying?
nothing
Like,
personal. May the best man win,
That's
my
what
nigga.
was crazy.
yeah, you feel me?
What AB did to Adrian Granados. He said because they was actually cool. He said, he needed a tune-up fight. So he said he called Adrian Granados like, yo, you trying to make some money? And that's how he did it. Because he wasn't never whatever he was making, he wasn't making that when he fought
Yeah.
AB. So it's like, if I'm your biggest bag, if we friends, like help me feed my family. Like, yeah, you got punch me in the face, but I get to pay the bills though.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, like at the end of the day, man, like even though we here to make history and become legends in the sport, I mean, we still gotta eat.
No,
You
Man,
know what I mean? The money still
for
got to,
real.
you know what I'm saying? We still got to get paid. So if it's certain fights where it's like we got to fight each other and it's our biggest payday. I mean, why not?
You're right. And then like y'all probably sparring. So obviously it's not the same as a fight, but y'all probably sparring and whatnot. Y'all kind of used to it in a way anyway. You know what I mean? So it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. Like you said, when people they doing a press conferences now, y'all gotta they want people to kind of exaggerate shit and get to talking shit to each other and stuff like that. That I
Right.
feel like that's what you meant like by being weird. Cause like y'all, that's your man for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I feel like that's the only thing that'll be weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, like, fan, you got to. I mean, we got to perform in front of the fans. The fans want to see a fight. You know what I mean? The fans
Yeah.
want to see. The fans want to see somebody get slapped. They want to see blood. They want to see a banger. You feel me? So, and then leading up to the fight, they want to see some. They want to see what's. You know what I'm saying? They want to see some heat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like me, I'm the type of person I just return energy. You know what I mean? Like I'm just I'm a be me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the type to just start, the trash talk or whatever. I'ma just be confident and just return energy. Like if I got an opponent and he coming on some crazy shit, then it's up. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? But if it's one of those fights where it's like we both about to go in there and fight, everything cool at weigh-ins, then it is what it is. You feel me? But I just return energy. I ain't
yeah.
really the type to get all rowdy and you know what I mean. Like I don't.
Hell yeah.
That ain't me.
No, boxing a crazy sport, man. I just like it's how the friendships work. So it's like I don't know. I just feel like in y'all position, if I was in y'all position, like stuff like that would be on my mind. Like every time, like let's just say if I was you, every time I'm laughing with Keyshawn, I just feel like that is sometimes slip my mind. Like, yo, this man might try to punch on me in front of my mom and dad in the crowd one day. And it's like
Man.
I gotta do the same. I might have to try to punch on him with his mom and dad in the crowd one day. And it's like it's so like I seen Bruce Carrington and Duke Reagan be around each other. It's like it just boxing is so crazy. It's like y'all not
It is. It is.
y'all be in y'all head like yo, we really like our whole
it's a,
family
it's a, it's a,
put the best outfits on, and I'm gonna have to knock you out with your family best outfits on.
yeah. It's a tough sport, man. And
Like,
like as far as like our circle, like you know what I'm saying. Like as far as like our group, like Duke, me, Shu, Key, like everybody, Troy. If we all ended up having to meet, you know what I'm saying, somewhere down the line, like I just pray nobody get hurt, man. You know what I mean? I wish all of us the best. You know what I mean? Like as far as like just health, you know what I mean? Like I hope it all go distance, man. You know what I mean? My fault. Somebody had called me, but no, I don't want to see one of us getting hurt. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But it is what it is. You feel me? It's boxing, man. Stuff happens. Cause I know, like the Wilder and what's the name fight? Wilder and Brazil. They was friends. They was on the Olympic
Yeah.
team together. And you see what
His
Wilder did?
last fight. How about his last fight with Helenius? That was his main sparring, one of his main sparring partners for one of his Fury fights, I think. He had to go knock his ass the hell out.
Yeah, man. Like it be like that, man.
And it's like another thing that make it crazy is like since we friends, if I'm Keyshawn or if I'm you, if I'm about to spar, I'm not gonna tell you get out. But it's like, you might fight. Like you might have to get out, bro. Like it's like nobody think of none of this when this is happening. Like
Man,
no
you
way
thinking like you in hardcore boxer mode,
sparring.
man.
Like no way do rating just sparring and shoot you right there watching you. There's no way you in your head. Like there's no way that's not slipping your mind one time.
No,
I'm
man,
like,
that's his man's, man. They just
get
cooking in the
better.
they
We're
just
gonna work
cooking in the
upon
lab, man.
all that.
They just
Yeah,
cooking in the lab.
yeah, man. It's one of them. That, but look up, but you know what's crazy? That's why I feel like our generation, we bringing it back. I feel like Shakur's generation, right? I feel like Tank, Shakur, like that group,
Mm-hmm.
they made that spark. Like they lit the candle. You know what I mean? And I feel like our generation, I feel like, man, we about to we about to take off with it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we are bringing it back.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I was telling my coach the other day one thing that the new generation do that's really not normal and people really don't know that it's not normal is y'all spar each other like real frequently, like spar elite guys sparring elite guys on a regular. Like people
Yeah.
like a lot of A+ fighters, they really don't do that. Like y'all heard a lot of coaches actually say like, yeah, he never been in the ring with a elite guy because you ain't gonna bring nobody in there that could potentially hurt you. Like I heard Jared Swift heard coach say that like he never been in the ring with an A+ fighter before. I heard Danny Garcia coach his dad say that like I can't bring nobody in here to hurt the champ. But y'all actually don't mind sparring each other as like high level guys. That's actually different that people really don't do for real. That's not normal. That y'all kind of making it a normal.
I mean, cause I look at it like, man, man. At the end of the day, like, I mean, okay, I could understand why a coach wouldn't want somebody. I could understand why a coach wouldn't want their fighter to just keep fighting these A+ guys, and you know what I'm saying? Because stuff happens, accidents happen, and stuff like that. You feel me? But you gotta get in there, man, with somebody just as good as you, just as good as you, or on a higher level. You feel me? Because you're not gonna never know where you at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the whole point, get you want to get great. You know what I mean? You want to get better and better. You feel me? So how I look at it, man, is like how I look at it, like, okay, let's say it's an elite fighter that's probably like two weight classes bigger than me. You know what I mean? And I spar him. I'm not gonna spar him all the time. You know what I mean? It just be like
Right.
that every blue moon. You feel me? I
Yeah.
spar him. And, you know what I'm saying? We get that work in, and then that'll be it. You feel me? Like, some people just gotta make just you know uh spar smart. You know what I mean? Because
Mm.
accidents happen, man. People get elbow cuts. You know what I'm saying? People get broken ribs, all types of stuff. You know what I mean? So you just gotta be smart when you sparring. You know what I mean? But I do believe that you gotta test yourself.
No, definitely.
I just say, you got any more questions, bro?
I know I'm all good, bro. This was a good ass interview. Like I said, we appreciate you for hopping on with us, bro.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me, man.
I'm about to say though, champ, we gonna if you're gonna be in Vegas, we'll definitely love to try to get an in-person interview because we're gonna go out there, we're gonna shoot out there for the Spence Crawford fight.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna be out there for sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna go out there. Hell yeah.
So we definitely
Oh
gonna try
yeah.
to DM you when it's a little bit closer to that time to try to schedule an in-person job.
Oh yeah, that's a bet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
I ain't gonna
shit,
lie,
what
man.
y'all doing? I'm trying to
I
party
say,
with top ranked fighters, man.
I
What
say
y'all got
whatever.
going up there?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
after
cool
after
trip.
after they fight on the first, you know what I'm saying? It's on the floor. We outside.
I'm trying to party with the fighters, man. What's up,
I'm for
man?
sure trying to be at that fight too, though. So we gonna link.
Oh yeah,
So
bet it's on.
I'm
No
about to say
doubt.
though, champ, you can give out your social medias, let everybody know where they can find you at.
Instagram and Twitter, man. Tiger Johnson 216. July 1st, ESPN Plus. Toledo, Ohio, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be another banger, man. Don't miss it.
Definitely. Appreciate you, Vav.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Appreciate you, bro.